an important part about artistic, shows is the direction. What is the story trying to tell you? What is the message? What is the vibe? What is the goal trying to? What is the show trying to achieve? And I think Stranger Things has completely tossed the bag. The message has gotten so awful and convoluted and progressive that it is no longer a piece of media that everyone can watch anymore. It's torturous, man. The amount of destruction to the characters that they have to do to shoehorn in this message that they want is just annoying. You can see it real time. Like, there's so much. One of the big ones is role models. Role models are completely destroyed within Stranger Things. In the first season, Hopper, Mrs. Byers, all of the parents and all of the adults are usually correct. They usually play it smart, and they usually are trying to help people the best they can. And then you look at the kids, and the kids are more about emotions and going against the government. Like, they're more like free spirits, I guess. And that's good. That's a good balance. It feels like the parents are right in most ways, but then the kids are right in certain things, and it helps them win. And it's really good. I think that's a really good message. And in this one, this last season, the 5th season, the role models in the show are insanely dumb. They are so dumb. Throughout the whole season, a parent never makes the correct decision. They never have a good idea. They never plan anything. They never say anything meaningful. It's literally, look at this. The smuggler, the Hopper, Mrs. Byers. What is the similarities between all three of these characters? They all act, well, like, Hopper is suicidal. All his decisions are wrong. Everything he tries to do fails. Like, Elle has to keep telling him, oh no, don't do this. Maybe we can do something else. And it feels like just a shaming ritual. It's just Elle just making fun of Hopper and saying, oh, this guy's retarded. All his decisions don't work. And everything Elle do is always right. Everything Hopper does is wrong. And same with Mrs. Byers. Everything Mrs. Byers does is wrong, and everything Will does is right. And this is so grating. It's so obvious. Like, it's just bad writing. The parents don't do anything right. The smuggler is like childish. He acts childish, way more childish than the kids. He's the one making crude jokes and snappy comments, and he's the one without any connection to anyone. He has no motivations, and this is just not good writing. Then there's the teacher, and the teacher is sleeping around, and then you have with the librarian, which is like, okay, I mean, the teacher is right about some things, but it's like nerd things. And Lucas has had way more smart moments than, I mean, not Lucas, Dustin, than the teacher who's supposed to be the smart teacher. And the biggest character destruction that caused this kind of no parents are intelligent thing, I think, is Holly's parents. Holly's parents are so dumb. You look at the dad was completely sidelined. The dad had a golf club, hit it did nothing. He got swiped across the room, and like, that is a courageous moment. Like, he went into the house knowing there was a villain in there or something making noise, and he tried to face it down with the golf club, but he's just pushed aside like he's nothing. And that just feels bad, because it really is just targeting the men, because the mum does the same thing. She just trying to protect the child, but of course the mum is given way more, like, power. And the mum is a bad role model. The mum tried to sleep with Eddie in the last season, and in the third season or something. And the mum is a alcohol drinker. She's totally drunk at the time that this happened, but she's more capable of protecting Holly than the dad. Like, what? Why is she better at protecting her? She's drunk and a woman. It's shocking. It's just like different parents should have different traits. The dad should be better at protecting people, and the mom should be like more like emotionally connected to the child. And she is completely emotionally disconnected. She's drinking while she's crying, and she is way stronger than the dad. And it's just like classic targeting normal family tropes. Oh, not tropes, like it's just targeting normal like bonds. And it's just not cool. It's very obvious. And then you have those are the parents. All of the parents are like just children, like older looking children. They all have kid motivations, and they're always wrong about everything. They never really protect anyone. The adults never protect anyone. The kids are the ones protecting other people. Where in the other ones, it's always the parents and the older people are always protecting the younger people. But in this one, it's the opposite way around. And then we got look at the dynamic between season 1 Hopper L and season 5 Hopper L. Hopper and L in season 1, Hopper is helping L a lot through things like morals, through things like taking care of herself, through things like avoiding the police. And L has powers. Like, they both balance. But now the balance is gone. The balance is completely gone. Hopper's useless. All the parents are dumb. And the kids know everything. Then, my next point is the anti-commitment message. Okay, so we already talked about how the teacher is sleeping with the librarian, not married. We already talked about how Hopper's mum is like trying to sleep around while married, which is obviously anti-commitment. And then we got the fact that Hopper, Mrs. Byers, the smuggler, none of them are married. And then the biggest one, the main point, is Jonathan and Nancy's like proposal. It's awful. It's so obvious. So I think it's literally just a beta cucking ritual. Okay. And you know why? Because he is saying, oh, I don't mind. Like, Nancy's like, oh, I think Steve is hotter than you. And Jonathan's like, oh, I don't want kids. I'm a guy who doesn't want kids because I'm a beta. And then she's like, oh, they're both just, they say they love each other, and then he's like, oh, I'm friend zoning you. I don't want to get married. Getting married would be crazy. It's just too much. We just should stay friends forever because that's healthy. That's not healthy. Staying friends and being in love is just not healthy. That's not what you should do. You should get married as a, like, I know they're supposed to be like 18 or something, but they look 25. Both of them look 25. And like, having a anti-marriage sentiment when you're 25 is just not good. It's just like, dude, what are you waiting for? You're just gonna be friends forever, or like break up like next week or something? They just don't make sense, man. It's so weird. Why can't they be engaged? Why can't the story just let two characters that have been in a relationship get engaged? Like, goodness. And you know why I think that is? I think Jonathan is a beta cuck in real life, so I had to bring it into the show. Just like Will. They had to bring the fact that Will is a gay Jew out in the show because he's a gay Jew in real life. So, and it's just a privileged kind of sentiment both of Jonathan and Will are both so disconnected from reality. Like, they are omega rich off this show. They're rich as. They both just talk about their feelings all the time. It's always about them. It's always about their feelings. Like, dude, no one cares about your feelings, man. It's awful. No one cares about these characters' feelings, but they just bring it out during the show. They don't act. They just say what they're feeling in the moment. Like, Jonathan and Nancy are in a relationship in real life. And Will is a gay Jew in real life. Like, and they both bring this out in the show with their performances. And it's because they're horrible actors. And they just say whatever they want. And it makes it so bad to watch. I don't want to see these real, like, just people. Jonathan and Will are not people I would ever hang out with. And now they're in my show. Like, I don't want to see these two characters, but I have to because they keep bringing themselves into the show. They're acting as themselves. And it's just not cool. Like, look at Tom Cruise, right? Tom Cruise is a Scientologist. And obviously Scientologists are like weird cult members. But Tom Cruise never talks about Scientology when he's acting Mission Impossible. He's not like going out there and going, oh yeah, you guys should probably join Scientology. It's very cool. Also, donate me $5,000. He's never going on about that because that would be weird and it would be alienating. And I don't want to see that. But Will and Jonathan bring it out in the show. So yeah, that's just bad. And then, well, this might be a long video. I might just keep yapping. Because there's a lot of things I don't like within the show. Another one is Nancy being anorexic. Like, goodness, can't she just like... It's just bad for you, man. It's such a bad role model for like people who see her as anorexic. Like, you're going on the main screen. You're a image for all of these like kids, and you are purposely unhealthy. Yeah, that's my opinion on that. And then we got Elle, who doesn't really know how to act at all. Her face is just solid the whole time. And Elle is used so badly within the show. She's never brave. She never does anything like by herself. She's always inside a bathtub in safety. She's always in very safe locations. And her abilities are so on and off. Her abilities don't make sense. And what she does is lame. Like, her powers are lame. She can fight people in the spirit realm. Like, what? Vecna's powers are, like, cool. He can curse people, see through their eyes. He can, like, break people's bones and stuff. Like, he has all these cool powers. And you look at Elle, and she just has force waves and bathtub powers. Bathtub powers, of course. And this is not cool. She's a very uncool character. And it's just a little mid, to be honest. And yeah, so Elle kills, is like almost kills that prison, the US soldier guy. It's like, what? Also, talking about killing, Hopper kills so many people. Nancy kills so many people. They shoot down US soldiers and they have no remorse. They don't even like hesitate. Their acting ability doesn't allow them to show any remorse. They don't feel bad for the military, even though they just work there. Like, these guys just work there and they're killing them. Hopper puts the scientist inside that locker, and the scientist gets killed, even though he was just a citizen. He was just a guy. He was working on the stuff, but he wasn't like... He didn't hurt anyone. He wasn't there to hurt people. He was there to research. And Hopper killed him. Hopper killed this guy because he's a psychopath. Elle is a psychopath. Nancy is a psychopath. Hopper is the biggest psychopath. And I feel like this wasn't the case in other seasons. I feel like in other seasons, Hopper would only kill people if they were able to kill him. Like, it was a defense thing. And also, Nancy never killed anyone in the other ones, like, obviously, because that would be crazy. And, what else? Stuff like, yeah, Elle killing people as well, using her powers on other people. I thought she had a point where she didn't want to kill people with her powers. But now she's using her powers on other people. Like, we lost that kind of message of, like, with power comes responsibility. That's gone, because Hopper is a crazy kill-on-sight guy, and Elle is just copying him. So now, since Hopper is so brought down, brought low, that means Elle is able to just do whatever she wants. And I think that's why I really don't like Hopper and Elle in this season. Both of them are just, like, killing people. And it's just not cool. And having no remorse. And it just feels bad. And then, who else? Who haven't I talked about? I like Steve, and I like Dustin Dustin and Derek are the only good actors. And Robin. Robin, Dustin, and Derek are, like, good in the show. Like, Robin is the only character with, like, any bit of flair, any bit of, like, joy, and true, Derek as well. Derek's also joyful and funny. Derek has fully embraced that this show is a joke, and is just laughing the whole time. And it's perfect. His character is perfect, because the show is actually just a big joke. And then, and also Derek never exposition dumps. Derek is never exposition dumping on us. So he just gets elevated because of that. And Dustin is also trying to hold the show together. Like, Dustin acts. Dustin is always trying to increase the stakes, trying to make things scary. But, like, he has so much plot armor, and everyone has so much plot armor that it's just useless. Their plot armor is reducing their ability to be scared. Like, no one is scared in the show. When Max is getting chased by demidogs, no one is scared. Like, they know that the demidogs are gonna die. Why would they sit there and hide? The demidogs are going to find them. But of course they know that someone is gonna save them, so they don't care. They don't even try. Then they have the jukebox playing. A jukebox is playing with them while the demidogs are trying to find them. Like, what? And then, like, oh, it's just so bad. It's so bad. They literally have no fear. They have so much plot armor that they cannot be defeated by any means. So that obviously just takes away from the show. And of course the fact that they just expedition dump the whole time. They are talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. Barely anything happens. If I asked people that said they liked the show what specific character moments they liked, and they couldn't say anything. Nothing that characters did within the show was fun or cool. Everything was boring and talking and lame. Like, look at, like, some people said Dustin and Steve's, like, relationship, they liked that. But then I told them they literally just argue and then stop arguing. Argue for basically no reason, and then stop arguing for basically no reason. They don't start arguing for any good reason, and they don't stop arguing for any good reason. And that's just bad. That's just horrible. It's just boring. None of the character, like, moments mean anything. You look at, like, I mean, you could say that you liked when Elle hasn't done anything fun. Hopper hasn't done anything fun. Mrs. Byers hasn't done anything fun or cool. Jonathan reverse breakup, like, what? A reverse married, like, engaged, I mean, like, okay, still the least cool character on the show. Nancy has anger issues, like, okay, she's angry at things now. Is that cool? No. And then we look at Steve. He has nothing to do. He doesn't do anything. You look at Derek. I mean, you look at Dustin. And Dustin got beat up by some thugs, which was cool. I liked that Dustin was out there protecting Eddie. That's probably the only cool character moment in the whole show, is Dustin trying to protect Eddie. And, like, having a good reason to do it, because he's his friend, and he saved his life. That's cool. That's, like, deep. That hits me in the feels. But then you look at, but that subplot got sidelined hard. It's no longer talked about. It no longer touched on at all. But none of the characters do anything cool. And it's awful. It's so horrible to watch. Holly does nothing. Holly has a miraculous device that sees things. Max finds a magic cave. Like, they just get lucky. They get lucky, and they have deep plot armor. You know what I was thinking? You know that scene where Lucas kicks the Demogorgon out of the elevator when he's holding Max? How much cooler would it have been if Lucas instead, like, strangled the Demidog, or, like, hit him so hard and pushed him, like, down the elevator shaft or something? Like, some sort of cool way of defeating the Demidog rather than just kicking it with his plot armor. He just uses his plot armor and just force pushes it. He just force pushes the dog away. And he doesn't, like, do anything cool. Like, that's not cool. He's just using his plot armor. Same with Hopper. Hopper is often just using his plot armor to do things. Like, these characters use their plot armor. Nancy, right? Nancy goes on top of the truck and starts shooting cops. Like, she's standing in plain view. They can just shoot her down. But she just, oh yes, plot armor time, and then starts shooting all the military guys. Like, this is both double not cool. Double not cool because she's using her plot armor, and she knows that she has plot armor. She's not even scared. She just, oh yeah, I'm not gonna get shot. Goes up, and then she uses that same plot armor to kill a bunch of random guys. I mean, they are shooting back, but, like, they are defending the location that you just raided. You just raided this location. Of course, they're the ones defending themselves. But, of course, the show doesn't see it that way. And it's not good. I don't like that. And anyway, what else don't I like? There's not much that I do like. So it's difficult pinpointing things I don't like. Maybe, I mean, Will's powers is just boring. Will having powers doesn't make any sense. It's so retconned. Like, the fact that he has powers is silly. Oh, why does Will have powers? Oh, because Vecna needed to build tunnels underground. And it's like, okay, why didn't Vecna just make those tunnels? Why does he need Will to make tunnels? That's silly. Why can Will use Vecna's powers when he is not given access by Vecna himself? Will does not have any powers. Will does not have any, like, he's not a sorcerer. He doesn't have innate powers. These, like, he just shouldn't be able to use Vecna's powers. I know that Vecna gave him, like, Vecna has not given him access. Vecna has used him as a conduit. So, he has no power unless Vecna is giving it to him. Which Vecna is not. Vecna is not giving Will powers, but Will can still use them. Which is not good. That's just a bad system. It's just brainless, retconned, and, like, just plot contrivance. And it's not good. It's really bad. It's just horrible to watch. Every time I start thinking, I'm punished. I'm punished for thinking. Because everything that happens is just silly. And not good. What else? There's also the terrible bit of... well, obviously the cast is humongous. Just like, even if you like a single character, you're not going to see that single character for a long time. Because there's like 4 different groups at any given time. There's like 4 different groups of characters you don't care about. But of course the show doesn't even realize the fact that they're bloated, because they keep introducing more characters. It's just so silly. Like, they don't think. These guys do not think. And of course there's Holly and Max. Holly and Max's whole plot line is so silly. So silly. Why does Holly go back to being conscious if there's no reason that she should be able to escape? Like, why isn't she just held down by vines? Like, did Vecna not realize that what if they wake up? Like, they can wake up. There's a way for them to wake up, so why not just hold them down with vines and not just goop? Like, instantly, that whole thing. Like, literally their plan is completely destroyed if Holly was held down by vines instead of goop, which is just plot contrivance to the maximum. And then we got good old Max, who just yaps the whole time. Max doesn't do anything good, and she just talks, and then hugs Will. She is just emotion dumping the whole time, man. Stop with this emotion dumping. And it's like, no one is adrenaline. No one has adrenaline in the whole show. Except for, like, that bit with the grenades, when Hopper had the grenades. Like, otherwise, no one is adrenaline. Everyone is just emotion blobs. They just feel bad just existing. Nothing's even pressuring them. Like, why is all these characters, like, none of them are in danger. No one is ever in danger at any point. There's a looming threat, and that's it. No one else is in danger. Everyone else is just hanging out. Like, they walk around in the Upside Down like it's the easiest thing ever. Like, no, man, the Upside Down is supposed to be dangerous, but it feels so safe. Everything feels so safe. No one's gonna die. No one's even gonna get hurt. Everything is going to be alright in the end. You know they're not gonna lose, because their BS plan had some, like, thinking. Like, he was like, oh, what if this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens, and it all works? And everyone's like, yeah, you're right, Steve. That's a totally good plan. No, man, it's a bad plan. It's a really bad plan. But they don't care, man. They don't care that it's a terrible plan, because everyone agreed that it's a good plan and told Steve, good work for your good plan. So it's gonna work. And Dustin's ridiculous, it's goop, exotic matter. It's exotic matter ball. And it's keeping this wormhole together. What the heck is exotic matter? It's like nanomachines, man. It's like, oh yeah, how does the Iron Man suit stay together? Nanomachines, son. How does this even work? Quantum physics. Ugh. Quantum particles. Wow. The unobtainium ore. It's all just nonsense, man. It's just bad writing. Bad writing. The exotic matter, like, they're not even trying to defend it, man. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. Yeah, Derek is the only funny character. No one actually makes jokes. Robin is, like, dragged down by this Will guy, dude. Will being around Robin, it feels like a black hole is sitting next to, like, energy sun, you know, like, well, Robin has energy. Will is a literal black hole. He doesn't help anyone. He doesn't help anyone, and he thinks he's so important. Like, he is not important. He is not cool. He doesn't do anything. No one likes him. But the show keeps telling you everyone likes this guy. Everyone likes listening to this guy. Everyone's gonna give him a hug if he starts talking about like whether he likes penis or vagina, man. Like, no one cares about him. He doesn't do anything. He just sits at home. But of course, the show has to give him energy because he's their gay Jew. The gay Jew himself. They have to give him energy. So much of the show is on Will because he's a gay Jew. And his feelings matter. But, yeah, okay. I mean, I have, like, probably an hour more I could talk about this. But it's kind of killing my voice. And this all been in one sitting. It's kind of shocking. Kind of good at this, aren't I? So, like and comment, subscribe. Of course, comment if you make it this far. Say, this guy made me drop a tear. A tear fell from my leg listening to this guy. But, of course, no one will do that. Womp womp.